Hello everybody, Ken here, welcome back to Hearthstone Tavern Brawl. Another week, another new set of crazy rules, and lo and behold, wow, it is actually another new set of crazy rules. Thanks Blizzard. Okay, Tinkertown gnomes are testing their prototype card bot, Optimotron. The card you draw on turn 1 will be a 1-cost card, if you have one. On turn 2, a 2-cost card. Oh wow, so this is just curve out all the way. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. So I guess we want something with like a fairly solid curve to it. I guess you could, if you wanted, like, would it be good to just have a specific combo, you know, so that you know you're going to get that curve out? Like, maybe that would be just really, really good. This is the thing, is like something like equality. Do you necessarily want to draw that as your turn 2 draw? Versus something like a shielded mini-bot, perhaps. You know. Or a muster for battle. Outdoor Peacekeeper's okay, like I'd be okay with that as a 3-drop. Obviously there's a 4-drop. Consecration is a 4-drop I'd be happy to get. Murloc Knight's okay, but you don't necessarily want to be dropping it turn 4, because you probably want to be dropping it on turn 6 instead. Why do I still only have one Quartermaster? Let's make a Quartermaster. I think Quartermaster's good enough to warrant having. Golden Tyrion, of course. Gotta use it. Okay, let's have a look. We're gonna want some 1-drops, obviously. I guess kind of the 1-drop of choice is still the Zombie Chow for me, although I think there's probably value to like an Argent Squire, perhaps. I don't think we want to go too heavy on 1-drops though. I wonder if it will just give us both 1-drops in the opening hand. Maybe we should put some secrets in. Maybe that's a good shout. I like Avenge a lot if we're presuming we're not going for Secret Paladin, which I'm not. As much as it's quite powerful, I'm not a huge fan of playing Secret Paladin. So I don't think I'm going to do that. So I think that's probably enough secrets to kind of keep us going. Right, so on to the 2-drops. What do we want to grab? I think we probably do want an equality in there. And maybe we want an Argent Protector as well. Yeah, maybe even 2. Let's have a look at the options we have here. And see, I don't necessarily just want to make a strict standard paladin deck, although it probably will turn out fairly standard, I suppose. I don't love the Mad Scientist with just 2 secrets in our deck. Youthful Brew? No. Sorry, Youthful Brew. I think it's going to be your day. That's probably enough 2-drops. So take a cheeky look at the old 3-drops. Do we want a Big Game Hunter? Again, that's one of those things where you don't want to draw Big Game Hunter on turn 3, and it's certainly not guaranteed that that's going to happen. But this is a very interesting one, actually. I really do like this a lot. We should look at the Paladin cards first. They're probably going to be. We'll put a Coghammer in there. That's a great card. I think Seed of Champions is pretty good. I could maybe argue for Seed of Champions. I think that's a great way to curve out nicely. 4-drops, do we want more 4-drops? I mean, I really like Murloc Knight, so I might put it in anyway. And maybe a King's? Oh, I'm out. I was like, why wouldn't it go in? But I'm actually just out of cards. Okay, so there's an issue here, right? Which is that we don't have 6-drops. And we should have 6-drops so that we have something to drop on turn 6. And similarly, we should have 7-drops. So we should put Guardian of Kings in. So I think we should pull out some. Like Argent Protector we can pull out. I'd say we could pull out a Zombie Chow. And I'd say we could put the Guardian of Kings in. We don't necessarily need 2. Like 1 would actually be enough. Do we have a 9-drop that we want in the deck? Perhaps. Even something like North Sea Kraken could be nice. You know. Just so that we had a 9-drop. I guess it doesn't necessarily matter. Like if it doesn't give us 9-drops at that point, that's maybe not too much of an issue. But we should ensure that we have a 6-drop for sure. Now, Avenging Wrath's okay, but I don't love it. Thorisan is a card I like a lot. What do we want to pull out? Maybe some of these 3-drops. I think, given the choice, I would pull out at least one Seal of Champions. And man, I would put Justicar Trueheart in. Probably instead of I'm thinking about this. We've only got Quartermasters on turn 5 also, which is okay. I think we definitely take this out for this, just to give us more options. And then let's look at our 5s and see what we have. See if there's anything we kind of fancy. Azure Drake could be interesting. I wonder if that would just draw us another 5-drop. Presumably it would. Sludge Belcher's a great card to have in there. Let's take out this other Argent Protector. Put in Sludge Belcher. Just the tiniest of tweaks. We got a lot of 4-drops. But then I guess you kind of always do as a paladin. I would maybe take the Coghammer out because I think the Muster for Battle's better anyway, and it's kind of you can have too many weapons. So maybe that's the way to go. You know, I'm still thinking about this carefully. Because we don't need a ton of 1-drops. And I wonder if it's going to fill our starting hand with 1-drops, or if that is kind of separately handled. We could Dr. Boom in. I mean, he is a good 7-drop. That feels okay, although like the mana curve is weird. It kind of doesn't matter because we know we're going to curve out anyway. Murloc Knight might not be a pick here, but we'll go with it. You know, let's not. We've mulled around for too long anyway, so let's get straight into the games. And see how things go. Ba-dum ba-da-da-dum. Ba-dum ba-dum bum. Ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum. Hope you're all having a great day today. Hope you're looking forward to this crazy Tavern Brawl. This could be a lot of fun. Okay. Zlatneshko. It's quite a name. Okay, so it looks like doesn't affect your starting draw, which is, you know, good to know. I think we might hold on to True Silver, given that we're... Actually, maybe we shouldn't hold on to it, because we know we're going to curve into a 4-drop anyway. Got a Knife Juggler. We're going to draw something on turn 1.
Well met.
I guess the thing with having the buff card is it's not necessarily going to be useful on turn 1. It's also interesting to note, maybe we should use the coin straight away. Because... either that or we end up like maybe using it in the late game. Now we've got these cards, so we might play these at some point. Interesting. Okay, I like the shielded mini bot. Even though it gets kind of popped by this, it's nice and survivable. We're actually quite in luck because if the rogue had got the coin, you know, rogues with coins are just so dangerous because of their early combo cards. Okay, it's an interesting play. Sure, I'll go with this. Now a 4-drop so far is just a True Silver Champ, so we don't necessarily want to be... hanging on to our weapon. We will obviously draw something here, and we've got the Sludge Belcher as an alternative if we want it. Okay. Oh, not the sap. I have to have Have this poor old Silverhand recruit hanging around in our hand. Man. Okay, so I think it's going to be Sludge Belch. There's no point playing True Silver on nothing. And it's okay to do this because we know we'll be getting a 5-drop on the next turn. And that's a really nice guarantee to have. And we kind of know then with 6 we're going to get Thorisan or we're going to get Justicar Trueheart, either of which is fantastic. This is an interesting one. Ooh, the Assassinate, okay. An interesting choice. We're still in a great place here. The Rogue's kind of behind on board presence. Oh, the Quartermaster is a fantastic pickup. I think that's perfectly valid. He's clearly having trouble dealing with our board. And that might just seal the deal. For poor old Delatnichko. We did it! There's a nice promising start. Okay, that worked out alright. And we earned our pack. Fantastic. Gotta love a pack. Let's go back in. Let's get some more action on. You know, I feel like we only barely saw that, so it'd be good to get some more games going. Plenty of good decks you could have here that just curve out really nicely. And as I say, I think you could make an argument for have very specific 1, 2, 3, 4 combo, like the absolute optimal combo you want to be dropping. And then just have loads of endgame stuff. Because you're not going to get the endgame stuff until... You're not going to get the endgame cards until you've had... Until you reach the endgame, because it's not going to give them to you early. So just fill yourself with large cards. Have 2 1-drops, 2 2-drops, 2 3-drops, like maybe even not that many. You could just have 1 of each, and then just completely big cards, big bombs. And that would, that's actually kind of a good idea. I kind of like that. It's very tempting. I like this because I like the Coin Muster as a follow-up to it. I think that's maybe the way to go here. Kurionu, our opponent. They're playing Super Aggro Hunter, which is a thing that, you know, benefits well from curving out nicely. So definitely a solid shout. I can see why you'd go with that. It's dealt 10 damage to us already. So we're going to have to be very cautious. For sure. And you know, they're probably just going to keep going face because of the Avenge. Got to be wary as well that we don't get taken out by the old the doggies, the Unleash the Hounds. I think we clear that, and I don't think we... maybe we do Peacekeeper it, even just to keep ourselves down. Like, there's not a ton of big cards in here. And I think not taking the damage is good enough, even though these things still die. I don't want to take 4 to face against a face hunter. So I'm okay with that. You know, it's fine to play out a Peacekeeper on something minor like that. Okay, interesting. So they're not actually that facey, despite coming across that way. Not quite as heavily face as it originally seemed. I think we can just get some guys out there.
For justice.
Okay, because we got the knife off, I'll hit it. And I realise that means we do take 4 damage. But I think keeping the ball clear is important. The old Lotheb. Okay. Now this is a tough option. I think hitting it with our face leaves us too low.
Weapon ready. Hey, catch.
Now you may say, well, you know, why did you not just kill it first then? But then we wouldn't have got the knife anyway from the knife juggler. So worth a 50-50 that it hits face. Ooh. Okay, that is a really solid 6-drop, I guess. I can see that. Man, that's a toughie. Like, Thorisan here is okay, but it's not the most exciting thing in the world.
Weapons ready.
I'm going to pop this thing and see what's behind it. What terrifying 4-drop. It's a 3/5. It's going to deal 2 damage to a non-mech minion. Well, we'll put out our mech minion. And let him get through our taunt wall. Oh, there's Dr. B. This is scary. But oh, fantastic. Okay, that worked out well. And this works out well too. Now we can start the old Healadin roll. And hopefully that'll put us in a slightly better position than we were. Now, I think we... this is tough. I think we kill Dr. Boom here because he's potentially quite dangerous to us. This fell cannon's okay, but the thing is, the opponent's not likely to be playing many mechs. Obviously, the boom bots do count as mechs, being mechs, but that's fine. Boom! Look at that, 8/8. Please don't have big game hunter. Is all I'm thinking. We can consecrate next turn. We'll definitely, if we do, we'll definitely attack with at least this first. That will probably attack with both first. No! How dare you? Uh-oh. Hello, Ragnaros. No! Don't do this. Okay, well... Consecration's okay here. Like, I almost feel like Consecration and Player Guy is the pick. Even though that's kind of weird. Because otherwise Tyrion's gonna get popped. Because there's still a 50-50 unless he gets rid of this, which is, you know, you don't really want to be wasting removal on this thing. Oh no! 2 damage. Big Alex Straza. There we go, see. Now we can play Tyrion against something a little bit beefier. A little bit more scary. And I think we do need to play it here. Because Alex Straza can obviously go straight to the face. So this is where, you know, having those big cards in your deck, and you'd just be getting 10 drops, I guess, every time. Which is pretty outrageous. Oof. That's pretty scary. Just make a lot of dudes. Just make a lot of dudes.
Don't test me, child.
I think we're dead here. Retrospectively, I shouldn't have attacked. But you know. I shouldn't have attacked because he would have had to still hit through this. No, he could have still done it. No, that wouldn't. It doesn't make a difference. I'd lost there anyway. Well, it's still a pretty fun thing. So I think the thing to do, like realistically, is you kind of want to actually really cut down on your low end stuff. Like take this out. You know, take maybe don't take equality out because it is a good card to have. Although is it better than having like the bombs? This is the thing. It's like you look at these and you go, oh, these are all great, right? These are all great cards to have. But You know, what if you just got rid of some of these? What if you got rid of Murloc Knight? You know, what if you got rid of Quartermaster? You know, or at least got rid of a Quartermaster. What if you got rid of, you know, and then you spend all your time, because you're going to get some of these, so you don't really need that many early cards. Like, you can have, like, a Knife Juggler. You could have an Aldor Peacekeeper. Like, I don't think that's unreasonable. And then you kind of fill up, you get up this end and you fill up with, like, the ridiculous cards. Because, you know, what else are you going to do? Like, what are they going to do to stop you? If you start dropping these on, like, turn 8, turn 9. Because you're not going to get them early. They're not going to be sitting dead in your hand. You're always going to be able to play them. I think there's certainly a ton of potential there for something like that. Okay. So. No, I don't want to finish it automatically. I didn't put 2 more cards in. Take your pick. You know, whatever takes your fancy. Maybe you've got more exciting cards than this. Like I feel like I'm still lacking some of the big old drops here, but I'm sure you guys can come up with something pretty exciting. And if you've got any good other deck ideas, be sure to drop them in the comments below. But that's going to do it for now. I'll do a couple more of these. Yeah, finish it automatically, whatever. Probably a great idea, right? Thanks for the leper gnome. Right, so if you've enjoyed the video, be sure to pop that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Hearthstone or other stuff as well. I've been Ken. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoy this Tavern Brawl. Seems like a pretty cool one. Seems like there's going to be lots of interesting deck theorization. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers! Have a fantastic day.